Today we're going to make some salmon, and specifically it is king salmon. So king salmon is one of our favorites. It has more of the omega oils in it, more than sockeye and coho. So if I were to choose any type of fish or rank them, I would say on order of healthiness, juiciness, all that good stuff, I'd go from king salmon, which is the best, then coho, and then sockeye. The reason we don't get too much Atlantic salmon is because it's been farm raised. They add color to it, and quite honestly, the taste just really isn't that great in comparison. So here's what we got. I'll just show you this fillet here. So it looks pretty good. Very rich color. No bruises or anything. Smells good. Smells fresh. I'm gonna give it a rinse. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut it up. I'm gonna cut it up so that we could make some decent portions. And this is the belly part. Some places you could actually have them cut the belly off, and they'll do that for you. I don't mind it. It really depends how you're gonna cook it as well. Because if you're gonna pan fry it, that's basically gonna be a nice crispy part. All right. Let's do this like we made it. All right, here we go. Skin is really tough on this type of salmon. I have just sharpened these knives. So we've got 4 portions here, decent sized. Now what we're gonna do is brine them. Truth be told, for king salmon, I've done it not brined, and it comes out delicious. It's like butter, and it's soft, tender, all that good stuff. Brining, the reason I'm doing it is because I want that salt to get inside of the flesh. All right, so how much salt should we put in here? That's always the question. I don't get too technical with it, so this dish, if you could see it, I'm just gonna put a decent amount. Almost, I'm looking at the salmon and seeing how much to really cover that. So this is the amount of salt that ended up in here. If I had to guess, I'm trying to put a little bit more. I don't know, maybe an 1/8 of a cup or something like that. You really can't screw this up. So I'm gonna add some water to it. A lot of the salt is not dissolved. Actually, a decent amount has, but I'm just gonna move it around a little bit before we add some ice. I'm adding ice because the water is not particularly cold, and I want it cold. I don't want any type of microbial activity to occur. The salt will inhibit any type of microbial activity. So I added some ice. I'll bring this back here. So I'll show you what it looks like. Nothing too fancy. It's just pieces of fish sitting in some salty water. Put a cover on it. I'm just gonna put it in the fridge for now. All right, we are back with our king salmon fillet portions that have been brining for about 2 hours. have a look-see. Looks like fish. Little oil droplets have come out. Makes sense. Oil is not miscible in water, but what I'm gonna do now is just drain this. It's empty. I'm gonna start with a base. And I like avocado oil. Because I decided, actually I would probably do this if we were grilling it, but we're gonna do this on a pan. So I'm gonna use a little bit of smoked paprika. I like it a lot. I put it in a lot of dishes, and I'm not gonna get this all heavy. We're not gonna do a heavy seasoning. This is black pepper. Yeah, for some of you, you may think this is heavy. This is cumin. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, a little dash. All right, that's good. And some white pepper. I really like white pepper. It has kind of an Asian flavor to it. And I was going to use granulated garlic, but I think we'll just go ahead and use fresh garlic for this. Break out this tool to get it going. It's a grater. I really like the grater. It makes short work of this sort of thing. And you could chop this also if you wanted to, or use a crusher, but I just prefer to do this instead. And you're gonna see a lot of it kind of stick on here, but we'll get it off there. So this is 4 cloves of garlic. I'm really a garlic lover. A little piece went in there. All right. I'll get that piece out in a minute. That's not my blood from here, but the grater is sharp, so be careful. The red that you're seeing on here is actually the seasoning from the bowl. I just picked the garlic out of there. And then we're gonna do some ginger. So this is like a part of a thumb, I guess, a thumb size. So we're gonna start with that. See how it smells. But same tool, just use the grater. Ginger is very fibrous, so it's going to take a little bit more effort. So you're going to be left with this cellulose ball. It's a good amount, but let's just do a little bit more. I got another chunk here. I'm just going to take a little bit of it off. This is much easier because I get a grip now on this. All right. I think that's good. You may notice that I'm not adding salt. That's because we already added salt to our brine. So this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna give it a once over, just mix it all up. And you could really add some lemon in here if you wanted, lemon or lime, for some additional flavor. Leaving that grater in there because I wanna kind of wipe the fish over there. Not grate the fish, but wipe some of that garlic and ginger off. Wipe this all over, our seasoning all over this fish. Oh, it smells great. Anything with garlic to me smells great. And I'm not gonna cook this just yet. I wanna let this sit also for a while in here. I'm not gonna be able to get all of this off the grater, and that's okay. That's life sometimes in the big city. Okay, And you could easily just use the granulated garlic or the powdered ginger. Those are good too. Not an issue. Tastes just as great. All types of nice sounds coming off of here. So you can see it's not like very dark. There's a coating on it for sure. You could add some turmeric. If you want, I'll go ahead and do that. Turmeric's always nice. I'm not gonna add a lot of it because I don't like it to be overpowered. Just a little bit. Yeah, why not? I'll give it a once over. Turmeric's good for you. Definitely good for your any type of inflammation. If you're sick, any joint issues, it's also good. So yeah, that's how it looks. I wish you could smell this. Just gonna do a hand washing real quick. We're gonna put this back in the fridge for a while, maybe 30 minutes or so, and then we'll get it going. So I have this avocado oil, and I'm just gonna put a little bit. Right here in this cast iron pan. And I'm gonna put it on medium low. And quite honestly, iron is not a good conductor of heat. Meaning it doesn't transfer well, right? But what it does do is it holds heat. So I have this oil in here, and once it starts doing its dance, you know, that rippling effect that you'll see, that's when we know it's gonna be ready. I think this pan is ready. It's ready for our fish. So if you could see it, the oil has become less viscous. Here's our fish. Looks the same as before. I'm gonna do a skin side down right now. I'm gonna turn this pan I did a 90-degree turn, only because there are hot spots. I just turn it again. I got this spatula, it's metal, full metal, stainless steel, which is okay for a cast iron type of pan. See that skin? Maybe you could hear that too. It's nice and crispy. Fish bacon. So that's actually why I didn't want to put this on the grill, because you lose a lot of that. Whether you do the cedar board, you'll definitely lose it. You won't get it actually. You won't get the crispiness at all because it's on a board. You're gonna need that high heat to make this skin actually crisp off. But then also on a foil layer, if you put the fish on there, you're gonna lose it just to the foil. So like I said, total cooking time, maybe 12 minutes. I just cut the heat off just now. And then I'm gonna remove this to the plate. I'm not moving very quickly at all. Because time is on our side. And what you can see here too is there's a lot of extra oil that's coming out of the fish. So I'm just gonna take it off. Look at that on the pan. These little nuggets. That's for you. You did the work. You can enjoy it. Looks good. I'm happy with it. One thing you'll notice is I'm just gonna keep it open so that the skin stays crispy. Okay, so this is the fish that we just made. You hear that? It's crispy skin. It's nice and delicious. Just gonna turn this over so you can see. And it flakes. That's how I would prep this salmon. Goodbye.